Back with some more free KJK VIP prize picks and better picks player props for you. In this one, guys, we're going to be breaking down some NFL action after another VIP NHL sweep. We have been absolutely in fuego in the NHL streets to start the season off. Hopefully, you've been tuning into my NHL content. I've been giving out a ton of free VIP plays as always, guys. But another full 6-pick sweep. We'll be getting into some more plays that I'm running here for this NFL action on this Monday Night Football slate. But before we do, I got to give some shout outs. If you don't have the Betr Picks app, guys, get it. We're going to be talking about it for some NFL props tonight. As you can see on the screen, the results over in Betr Picks have been phenomenal. You're going to be able to get some props that you can't get on Prizepicks. You're going to want Prizepicks as well. But for those of you that don't have the Betr Picks app, get it now. They'll match you up to $200 with my link down below. And I'm going to be giving out a bunch of more free picks here today on the channel for this NFL action. But got to give some shout outs, man. Ed the Fred turning 50 into 1,000. We had Miami Go Canes turning 10 into 1,000 with a crazy nice cash there on Betr Picks. 5 into 100 for CLT on the right side. As you can see, all cashing in with those same exact props that I had brought up at the beginning of the video, right? Sent into them as soon as I placed. We had Gara 962 with 10 into 200, Savage with the 5 into 100, Rocky with the 5 into 100. On the right side, once again, all cashing in on the same NHL props that we were able to capture over on Betr Picks, right? And then Zambo 85, 5 into 100, BMW Trey 5 into 100, and we had Ken Shiro Powell with the 150 into 30 on the right side. Everybody winning, right? Everybody turning that money into 20x, 10x, etc., etc. And then lastly, myself, you already saw me bring it up on my Betr Picks account at the beginning of the video, but turning that 100 into 2,000 with those same picks. Rocking with the DAC over 1.5 shots on goal, the stall over 1.5 shots on goal, right? These are all props that had some really good value that I was able to detect. DAC got taken off the board, so if you watch my NHL upload, I got comments of like, why don't you share that with us? I always share with you guys. I try to share with you guys props that are still available, right? So DAC was taken off the board, but we still had Stahl, Neighbors, Coleman, Marner, Mitchkoff. All those plays were given out for free on the channel. So if you haven't subscribed, guys, subscribe to the channel right now. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. And then if you haven't jumped into VIP, you need to do so ASAP. It's a phenomenal time to join because NBA starting tomorrow. We'll have NBA, NHL, NFL all going at once. Like, this is going to be prime time. There's going to be a bunch of different opportunities to be making money. The more sports going on, right? The more opportunities. And let's try to, make some more here tonight with these these NFL picks for the Monday Night Football action. That VIP package will be linked down below, guys. All of my links will be down below for things like my VIP package, my deposit matches. Like I said, they're going to match it to 200 on Betr Picks. And then if you go over to my YouTube community page, you're going to be seeing all those wins, the VIP. You can also just go to my YouTube community page to find the link to join my VIP and more over there if you're interested. So let's get into it. 2 apps you're going to want in this one. You will need the Betr Picks app to be able to get some value that you can't get on Prizepicks, but some of these picks that I'm going to be giving out will apply to Prizepicks as well, and they do have a nice deposit match for you with my link down below. Again, my promo code KJKDFS. If you are not a Prizepicks user already, they're going to give you $50 instantly when you play your first $5. So I'll give out some free picks for you. You can play that $5. You're going to get $50 instantly in your account. All you got to do is use my link down below, my promo code KJKDFS. You get all these nice bonuses, get more cash in your account so you can start making some more money alongside myself, my VIP, right, with these picks. So let's get into it. So I'll pull up I'm rocking on Betr Picks tonight. Some of these picks will apply to Prizepicks, but I'm locked in over on Betr. So let's pull them up. Let's go pick by pick here and break down exactly what I like for the NFL action, right? So some of these plays got removed. I'm going to try to share with you. I did provide some pivots. I did lock in another pick with some Betr Bucks. But here's what we got. The first one's going to be the Baker Mayfield over 23.5 completions. This is going to be a perfect example of value you cannot get on Prizepicks that you can't get on Betr Picks. Why is that? Because if we pull up Baker on the Prizepicks board and we go to his player completions, you're going to see, if I select it here, he's at 24 even. Now, why is that? That's because Prizepicks has gone ahead and they've said that the 23.5 number is too good. We have to move it up, right? There's too good a value on the 23.5. So all of these different apps, all these different applications, different apps, right? They're going to change the lines up and down based on if the play is too good. They have to change it so that they're not getting beat too bad. The first 2 plays in this ticket you're going to notice are both at a different number on Prizepicks, right? And if we were to take the 2 on Prizepicks, it's also going to shift our payout down. Prizepicks has different algorithms, different things that go into their stuff to do. You can't do certain combinations with certain games. So in this example, if the Baltimore Ravens get up in the game, they're going to run the ball more, right? Which is going to force the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to have to throw more, which is going to help both of these props hit. So Prizepicks kind of knows this, and they'll change the payout. I was able to get this in over on Betr Picks with no payout shift, okay, guys? So it's 4 out of 6 correct, you're going to profit. 5 out of 6, you're going to profit. 6 out of 6, you're going to get the big payout for the 6-pick dynamic entry on Betr Picks. So why do I like these plays? Baker Mayfield pass completions. Let's go ahead and break it down. I use a few tools for my research if you're new to the channel. All my VIP plays, all that green that you saw me pull up at the beginning of the video, right? I'm using certain tools. The first one is going to be the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, a fantastic tool. I'm using it every single day for my research. If you do not have it, once again, I will have a link down below that can get you 25% off this tool. The same tools I'm using every day for my research, just to be transparent. You can see at the over 24 pass completions on Prizepicks, they're only giving this a 50.86% chance to hit. He is favored at -140 on the over on Pinnacle, at -135 on the over on DraftKings. He's all the way up to 24 in some markets, 24.5. So it's not really the greatest of props on Prizepicks. However, if we go over to Betr Picks, right, and we refresh this, you can see it's all the way up to a 53.07% chance to hit with a 23.5 completion. So this does a really good job of putting into perspective the difference in value you're getting based upon the app you're on or the line you're getting, right? If you don't know what this data means, guys, -140 on Pinnacle means if you were to log on to Pinnacle, which is known as the sharpest sportsbook in the world, meaning they're the smartest sportsbook in the world. I like to say, like, think of it as you're cheating off the smartest kid in the class on the test, right? You're going to have to risk $140 to win $100. They're going to make you risk way more than you're going to win. They're saying it's so likely that Baker Mayfield is going to go over 23.5 pass completions. They have to bake that into the price. That's how they don't lose money long term. That's how they make money. They charge a price for every single prop that you take, in the price, whether you take the over or the under on that prop, right? So we want to be taking props that are heavily favored that we can get on these apps, because we're getting another tool that I like to use, OddsJam. If we head on over to OddsJam, they're going to tell us the OddsJam Sportsbook screen, phenomenal tool. Once again, nice discount for you. You can use my link down below or the promo code KJKDFS to get 35% off this tool. Baker Mayfield, the 23.5 pass completions. Guys, we're getting -121 implied odds on Betr Picks. Right, so in a 6-pick dynamic play, a 5-pick dynamic play, a 5-pick perfect play, those are the 3 types you're going to want to be playing on Betr Picks. We're getting -121. He already got bumped up on Prizepicks, which is another really good data set to be looking at. Prizepicks is very smart. When they shift their props, it's very notable, okay? So hopefully that makes sense. Like, these are all of these things are telling us that it's going to be a good play. I have over 200 sports books selected, all of them saying the over 23.5 for Baker Mayfield's a really good prop. And then if you're someone that's listening along, you're like, well, what does this guy look at for statistics? He's just looking at market data. I say it all the time. Yes, I do. I also have another tool, though, that's fantastic. If you do not have it, Outlier. They're going to give you 7 days completely free. It is free. Just click my link down below to get this tool, where you can get access to all this market data that I'm discussing to go along with a bunch of statistics. So they break it down. They do a really good job of bringing in all of the market data that I talked about. If I had sort this by applied probability, you can see they're giving us a 54% chance to hit on the over 23.5 pass completions. And I actually have the Pro subscription, which is their next level up, which you can get a nice, once again, you get that 7-day free trial. You can try this out and see if you like it. And this is a really good plus EV play on Prizepicks, because we're getting -141 to vig odds on Pinnacle. Once again, that's the best, sharpest sports book in the world. So we have them selected for our DVIG odds here. We're getting this absolute steal on all of these books that we can get at -120, such as an Underdog, a FanDuel, Betr Picks, etc. Really want to be taking advantage. And then once again, the statistics, right? The market knows all of this stuff, but Outlier brings it all in for us. You can see 29th in the entire NFL are the Baltimore Ravens as far as the pass attempts given up, and they're 23rd in pass completion. So they're in the bottom. You know, there's 32 teams in the NFL. 29th, very bad. They're allowing 37 passing attempts per game, and then they're 23rd, very bad. See how it's bright green? Outlier, whenever it is a favorable matchup for the prop you have selected, they're going to highlight it as green. Whenever it's going against you, it's a bad matchup, they're going to highlight it as red, right? So if we were to, for instance, highlight the under 23.5, you're going to see the matchup turns red. indicating that this isn't a good prop to be taking for the matchup. Does that make sense? But we're taking the over. So as soon as we highlight that over, we're seeing it's a good plus EV bet at the minus 120 odds. We're seeing it's a really great matchup. Just a ton of different things going into this prop being a good prop here tonight, right? So that's like all the different data that's going into every single one of my plays, right? When you saw me bring up that hockey action at the beginning of the video with that big win, right? Like this is the type of data that I'm looking at every single day. This is the type of data that's going into these plays that's leading to these type of results, right? So I'm using all of these different data sets. I've got a whole bunch of data, a bunch of processes to find the very best value possible. That Baker Mayfield prop, a good breakdown to kind of explain all that goes into it, right? Second play, we got Derrick Henry over 18.5 rush attempts. Once again, this did get bumped up on Prizepicks. So if you're a Prizepicks user, they're going to shift your payout if you take these two together, and they're not as good as value. That's why I would recommend in this particular ticket, head on over to the Betr app. Sometimes there's going to be better value on the Prizepicks app, right? So we could be taking picks on Prizepicks certain days. You could be taking picks on Betr certain days. But in this particular ticket, you're going to want the Betr app to be able to get all these plays because of what I'm talking about, right? The lines are different. So the Derrick Henry over 18.5 rushing attempts. Let's go ahead and break it down. Once again, let's bring in all of these different data sets, right? All of these different tools telling us this is a good play. Why is this a good play? Why did this guy click this button? Let's go ahead and type him into the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. And you're going to see, so I have the Prizepicks Optimizer pulled up here. You're going to see not really the best of value on any of his props on Prizepicks. The best play you could be taking is his under fantasy, or if you wanted to take his over 91.5 rushing and receiving. But, you know, for full transparency, I'm not taking any of these props. I'm just showing you that if we type him into Betr, the best prop is going to be much better. A 52.98% chance for this prop to hit. The fantasy score, they're actually giving a higher improbability for it to hit over on Prizepicks. If you do want to take that, well, once again, for full transparency, I'm not taking it. I like the over 18.5 rushing attempts. Why? Because we have all these different data points telling us the overs to play. It's minus 130 on FanDuel, minus 130 on DraftKings. These are like two of the monopoly big sports books, right? If they don't set lines right, they're going to lose money. They're very good at what they do. Just saying it's so likely he's going to go over, you're going to have to risk 130 to win 100 if you're going to log into their app and place this, right? That's very valuable data to be having. That is millions of dollars of data at your fingertips that I'm discussing here. So that's all really good stuff, right? And then let's go ahead and use our outlier tool to get even more data for the Derrick Henry rushing attempts. We're going to see the implied probability. Once again, I like to see this as high as possible, right? We want our props to be hitting at a high rate. So the implied probability, we want it to be, you know, up towards as high as like 60% as we can get on these apps. Ideally, there's that 54% hit rate for this one. Once again, minus 130 FanDuel, minus 130 DraftKings, minus 130 BetMGM. All of these different data points telling us that this is a good prop. And then obviously, if we're taking a rushing prop, we do want him to be getting a lot of the rushing share, a lot of rushing plays. He's getting 31.7 rush plays per game, 18.5% rush attempts, 58% of the rush share, right? All of these different things. You can see he's cleared in 3 of the last 4 games here. And then obviously, if we're taking the over, I talked about this to kind of lead up the video, but we're taking the over pass completions for Baker and we're taking the over rushing yards for Derrick Henry. We do want the Ravens to get up in this game so that they're running the ball more to run the clock out, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have to throw from behind for Baker to get those pass completions. And the Ravens are a heavy favorite in this one. They're minus 185 favorites, so it's that same concept. If you don't know how sports books odds work, American odds work, it's the same concept I just talked about, where if you're going to bet on the Baltimore Ravens tonight, you're going to have to risk $185 to win 100. They're saying that it's so likely the Ravens are going to win this game, we're going to make you risk way more. It's the same concept, the same type of data that I'm using right there for Derrick Henry. So another really good prop, right? Let's continue along here. Now, this is where, you know, hopefully we're going to get you some props that you can be getting on Prizepicks as well for you Prizepicks users. And we'll get there. We can just kind of continue along. A few of these props got removed. So this is where, like, sorry, when you get good value, you're going to take the props off the board. Lamar Jackson, under 0.5 interceptions, was a phenomenal prop. It did get removed. And then the Dobbins, over 17.5 rushing attempts, also got removed on Betr at the time of recording this. So don't think you're going to be able to get those plays, unfortunately. That's just kind of what happens. It does look like some of the plays might be getting reposted, though, as I'm kind of going along here live. The Cameron Dicker over 1.5 field goals was another prop that had gotten removed. It looks like it's back on Better Picks, which is fantastic. So you can now get the Cameron Dicker prop as well. But Lamar, I don't think it's going to be available anymore. The Baker Mayfield over 23.5 pass completions. The Derrick Henry over 18.5 rushing attempts are the first two. Lamar Jackson, I do not think, unfortunately, is going to be available any longer. So, unfortunately, it's just kind of what happens when you get good plays. But we could certainly just kind of break it down real quick. If it is available, I don't think it is once again. And we can type him into the DGF optimizer here. They're going to pull in all that data for us to be able to tell if he's on the board very quickly. Yeah, so the over 9.5 rushing attempts is a decent prop that's still available, but there's no interception. Honestly, that's not as good of a prop as what I had here, so I don't want to go ahead and promote something I'm not actually backing, right? I always try to just promote plays I'm actually backing, but you can see that would be the best possible prop. The next one, the Dobbins got removed too, so I can't promote that, but the Kyler Murray under 0.5 interceptions is actually a prop that's going to be available on both platforms. So that makes me happy, right? You can play this at the actual line on Prizepicks as well at the under 0.5 interceptions. So this would be my favorite prop that you can get on both apps. And we'll break down exactly why. So the Kyler Murray under 0.5 interceptions. Let's type him into the Prizepicks DGF optimizer. And you're going to see the best possible props you can take are the over 5.5 rush attempts or the under 0.5 interceptions. Now, I really like this under 0.5 interceptions because we're getting multiple sharp books with heavily favored, right? Minus 145 on Pinnacle. I talked about how they're the smartest sportsbook, right? Minus 130 on DraftKings. Really, really, really good stuff. And then if we type him into Better Picks, they're going to bring in even more data for us here. And we're going to see he's favored on even more sportsbooks. So he's at minus 145 Pinnacle, minus 130 DraftKings. He's at all the way to minus 135 on BetOnline too, which is also known as a sharp sportsbook. BetOnline, DraftKings, Pinnacle. Bovada's got him all the way up to minus 150. ESPN Bet at minus 130. So all of these different sportsbooks saying that under 0.5 interceptions is a really good prop for us. Keep in mind, we're getting minus 120. So the fact that the smartest sportsbook in the world has him priced all the way to minus 145 did not throw an interception tonight. And we're getting minus 121 is just an insane deal, right? So hopefully that makes sense if you've been listening along, kind of learning here. And then if we type him into Outlier, we're going to see even more data pointing to Kyler Murray under 0.5 interception being a good play. You can see plus EV play again. You can see minus 119 on Prizepicks. They're giving this a plus EV play, a really big deal. Minus 146 the big odds on Pinnacle. Like, yes, please. Really, really good stuff, right? So this is a play that, once again, you can get on both platforms as Better Picks. Is logging me out. Really solid prop there for Kyler Murray, guys. Just all around really good stuff there, okay? So that is a prop that you can get on both platforms. Really like that play. And then with some of these removals, I did provide some pivots to my movers as well that I can provide for free on the channel and try to help you guys out. Because, okay, so once again, so you can't get the Baker on Prizepicks, unfortunately, but that's just a good key indicator that it's a really good value on Better Picks. So take advantage of that half-point discount you're getting on Better Picks. Once again, Derrick Henry, the rushing attempts, right? Take advantage of that 0.5 discount you're getting on Better Picks in this particular case. And there's no payout shift, right? They're going to shift that payout with that combination on Prizepicks. They don't like that you're combining that completions and rushing attempts in this particular case. And so, yeah, that would be the full. And then you're going to see Dobbins. He's not available anymore, so I can't really promote the play. But he's bumped on Prizepicks, right? Again, same thing. They've moved him up to, or is he even available anymore? Yeah, 18 rush attempts. Once again, he's bumped on Prizepicks, right? We're getting some really good value on Better Picks compared to that. And then Cameron Dicker, it does look like he's available back on the board, which makes me happy because I can promote this play. You're going to see on Prizepicks, he's listed as a green goblin, meaning this is easier to hit, but they don't pay you out as much, right? So on Prizepicks, if you're not familiar, they have these green goblins things. So they'll let you take it, but they're going to shift your payout down because they're saying it's too easy of a prop to hit, which once again, Prizepicks is a very smart company. They're very good at what they do. If we're able to get a green goblin on Prizepicks on another platform as a standard prop, it's a really big deal. So we're getting a really good deal on Better Picks on this particular Cameron Dicker prop because the payout shift isn't a thing. they're offering it as a standard prop, which if we pull it up and pull him into the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer here, you're going to see I have the Betr Picks board pulled up. We're looking at some really, really good odds. A 53.97% chance that this prop's going to hit tonight. Minus 135 on the over on DraftKings, minus 137 on the over on Caesars, minus 135 on the over on ESPN Bet. All of these different companies with those millions of dollars invested, minus 130 or above, right? We're getting minus 120. So we're getting some really, really good value here on the Cameron Dicker kicker points. And once again, we can use our handy dandy tools over at Outlier to get even more detailed with some more data. Let's type them in. I would not be surprised in the least to see this chart break green. No surprise, right? 60% hit rate. You can see he's just consistently making 2 or more field goals oftentimes, right? From all sorts of different yardage. He's hit 5 field goals from 50 plus. He's hit from 40 to 49 yards. So obviously if we're taking the over, they call him Dicker the Kicker. He's known as one of the best kickers in the NFL. Very good, right? Longest field goal made, 37.7. He's made some from 53. Obviously, if we're taking an over field goals made, we'd want the kicker to be able to kick from long distance to give us the best possible chance of the team actually giving him the chance to kick the field goals and make them, right? That kind of goes without saying. But yeah, some just really good stuff. All the odds factor this stuff in, right? So DraftKings knows that this is a kicker that has the ability to make field goals from 50 plus yards. They know the market knows all this stuff. So that's why I talk about market data so much. They're really smart guys. They know more than you. Use the market data to your advantage, right? Don't be someone that thinks you know more than these million-dollar companies and not use the data that we could be using like I'm using in this video to find really good plays, right? And then, so yeah, we can do a full review of this 6-pick dynamic play that I do have locked in. Once again, unfortunately, some of the plays aren't going to be available anymore. The Baker Mayfield over 23.5 completions. Derrick Henry over 18.5 rushing attempts. We got the Lamar Jackson under 0.5 interceptions. If you can find these props as a standard prop on any app, feel free to take them. J.K. Dobbins over 17.5 rushing attempts. Kyler Murray under 0.5 interceptions. And the Cameron Dicker over 1.5 field goals made. Now, Dobbins got removed. Some of my members weren't able to get in, so I did provide them. I had some Betr in my account. So I did run another 5-pick perfect play, which I'll pull up now with a pivot to. So the same props here. So this is they have the Betr, so I'm rocking 250 to win 4,750 on a perfect play on this one. If you use your Betr, for those of you that have the Betr Picks app, you want to take 5-pick perfect plays because they're going to shift your payout down a little bit for your use of your Betr. So if you're able to take a slip with your Betr, you want to run 5-pick perfect. That's another thing, but anyways. So yeah, the Baker over 23.5 pass completions, Derrick Henry over 18.5 rushing attempts, the Kyler Murray under 0.5 interceptions, the Cameron Dicker over 1.5 field goals made. And then the J.K. Dobbins over 17.5 longest rush. So this is another prop that you will be able to get on both platforms. So I did want to promote this as the last prop on the video to give you guys another prop for you Prizepicks users, right? Or if you don't have Prizepicks, once again, you can get these 2 props over on Prizepicks. You can get that deposit match with my promo code. You can get that $50. So the 2 plays we can get Dicker, but it's a payout shift. But the longest rush for J.K. Dobbins, we can get it as a standard prop here on Prizepicks, right? So I wouldn't play Cameron Dicker at the payout shift. I'm playing it on Betr Picks. So I had it highlighted just to show you that he's a Green Goblin. I don't play Green Goblins on Prizepicks. They shift your payout down. So I don't want my payout to be shifted. I want to get the full payout for my 5-pick or 6-pick flex play. But just to round things out, J.K. Dobbins over 17.5 longest rush is another prop that I'm running that I brought up on the screen for you because of that removal there. For my VIP members, I ran this too, and we can pull him in to both optimizers. You're going to see this is the best possible prop you can take on Prizepicks for J.K. Dobbins because, once again, we have some really sharp sports books. Minus 135 in the over 17.5 at DraftKings again. Minus 140 at 16.5 on BetMGM. We would prefer that to be up at 17.5 just to find the best data, but he's favored at minus 136 on Hot Streak, minus 144 on Parlay Play, right? All of these different sports books telling us that the over 17.5 longest rush is going to be the best prop. And now he is, once again, the rushing attempts got removed on Betr Picks. So that over 17.5 longest rush is going to be the best prop on Betr Picks as well. If you're running this, you could pivot to that instead of the rushing attempts, right? So kind of broke that down. We can certainly type him into Outlier to round things out here. See the implied probability and stuff for this prop, what they're saying for the statistics. And we're going to see the longest rush, over 17.5 longest rush. They're giving us 54% chance to hit. And once again, they are bringing in that data from DraftKings with a -135 compared to the -119 on Prizepicks. We're getting really, really good stuff. And they have a bunch of different statistics to back it up. The 16.2 supporting stats here, 16.2 rushing attempts per game, the 87.6 rushing yards. Average rush per attempt is around 6, but 47.2 yards after contact, the 1.6 broken tackles compared to league average and all that stuff. Just showing his ability to break big runs, right? That's all this data is showing us. He's getting a 52.9% of the rush share on his offense, which makes us happy. We want him to be getting all those rushes. And we just need him to break a big one, right? He's cleared this in 3 of his last 5. He's hitting that at 60% hit rate. And then if we go to the rushing yards, we're going to see this particular matchup. This Arizona defense has been terrible at giving up rushing yards. They're 30th in the entire NFL. So obviously we do want the defense he's taking to be bad at defending the run. Arizona has been very bad. 29th overall against the running back position, giving up 124.8 yards per game on average. So all of this different data telling us these sports books, once again, no. Outlier does a great job of doing the side-by-side where we have the statistics and the sports book data so you can see it. But that's why sometimes people might think like I just get kind of straight to the chase with the market data and I'm not doing more research. To an extent, yes, because the market's some of the best research you can do. So hopefully this kind of Outlier does a great job of bringing that all in. Hopefully this kind of sums it up and explains to you why I'm so lenient on that market data. And then I had brought up my results at the beginning of this video with the NHL. Keep in mind, I'm using the same process that we just broke down for my NHL picks. If you've been tuning into my NHL videos, we have been absolutely crushing. It's the same exact process of using as many data points as possible, as much market data. That's what led to all of the screen you're seeing, right? So hopefully this video was helpful. Hopefully you enjoyed, guys. If you did, it would be greatly appreciated if you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. Take advantage of this deposit match on Betr. They will match you up to 200. Just to do a quick review of that second play, I mean, it's essentially the same plays, guys. I just switched the Dobbins rushing attempts. Lamar got removed. So I got the Baker Mayfield over 23.5 completions. Derrick Henry over 18.5 rushing attempts. Kyler Murray under 0.5 interceptions. Cameron Dicker over 1.5 field goals made. And the Dobbins over 17.5 longest rush. You can get the Kyler Murray and the J.K. Dobbins plays on Prizepicks. And then the full 6-pick flex that I locked in, or full 6-pick dynamic play, I should say, over on Betr, is the Baker Mayfield over 23.5 pass completions, Derrick Henry over 18.5 rushing attempts, Lamar Jackson under 0.5 interceptions, J.K. Dobbins over 17.5 rushing attempts, Kyler Murray under 0.5 interceptions, and the Cameron Dicker over 1.5 field goals, right? Feel free to take any of these plays on Betr. Feel free to take any of these plays on Prizepicks. Once again, Prizepicks, you're not going to be able to get all of them, but you can get the 2 that I have behind on the screen for me. Link down below will get you that $200 deposit match for Betr. Link down below will give you the play $5, get $50 instantly offer for Prizepicks as well. So take advantage of those 2 offers, get that cash in your account. And then if you want access to every single one of my plays as soon as I place them, once again, head on over to my YouTube community page. You're going to be seeing all these winners. I pulled them up at the beginning of the video. I'm giving you as many free plays as I can for free, but this is the process that goes into every single one of those plays that I send over there. And you'll get these as soon as I place them so you can beat those removals and those bumps, right? So let's try to cash in big on some NFL action tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed, guys. Wishing you all the best of luck on your Prizepicks NFL player props on your Betr NFL player props. And we will see you in the next one.